Hello and welcome. My name is Keegan and I'll be sharing this beginner gentle yoga practice with you today. We're going to be focusing on opening up the front of the chest and the shoulders, which is really great, especially if we've been in our lives of sitting at our desk and computers or driving, whatever that is. We often sometimes hug our shoulders forward and our posture can be affected. This is also really great in terms of opening up the front of our heart to really allow ourselves to spread love and kindness in this world, to be able to be free of any tension that we grow around our heart space and in the upper shoulders and upper back. So let's go ahead and get started. If you do have a block like this one, or any standard yoga block, or a book or a box at home, go ahead and grab that. You can pause the video here. That is going to support you in a few poses, but it's not absolutely necessary. It's just something that could help you. So let us begin. Here we go. Go ahead and get on your mats, and we're going to start on our backs. So wherever you are, just find your way onto your back, rolling onto your back, letting the soles of the feet stay on the ground. And get a nice flat back. Bring the feet really wide, like the width of the mat, and let the knees fall in towards each other. Bring the hands onto the low belly, and we'll just start with the breath. Draw the belly button down to the ground so the spine is nice and long. Let the eyes come closed, or just let your eyes look towards the belly without moving your head. And let's start with a beautiful full breath in through the nose, drawing it all the way down into the belly, pushing the belly into the hands, and then exhale, letting the belly fall, letting the breath come out the mouth. Nice full breath out. Let's do two more just like that, taking a full breath in, letting the belly expand, pushing into the hands, and then exhale, let the belly drop. Exhaling out. One more like that. Inhale fully. And then exhale, let it go. And try to stay here for a few breaths, just relaxing the jaw, letting the shoulders melt into the ground, feeling the backs of the arms rest into the ground. Really allowing yourself to ease into the breath and activating that oceanic breath, that nice fluid and full breath to relax every muscle and every part of yourself so you can be present with this practice. Taking a full breath in and a full breath out. Find your own rhythm, your own sense of peace and tranquility within yourself. And go ahead and release the hands away from the low belly. Walk the feet in just a little bit. Let the knees still fall in towards each other. And this time, reach the arms up to the sky. And wrap the right arm under the left. So eagle wrap the arms, the elbows will be bent. Now, if this is not possible for you or it's too challenging, you can always just wrap the arms. So wrap one arm on top of the other and grab the shoulder blades and walk the fingertips as close towards the center of the back as possible, or just eagle wrap the arms if that's possible. You have two options here. Press into the arms, tuck the chin in towards the chest. Lift the arms, but keeping the shoulders drawing into the ground, and breathe into the back of the neck and the upper back. In between the shoulder blades, feel the muscles between the scapulas, between the shoulder blades, expand with each breath. Take full breaths in and full breaths out. Yes. Just like that. Start to notice the tension release in your shoulders and your neck and your upper back. And unravel the arms, reach the arms up to the sky, maybe even wiggle the fingers, make soft fists with the hands and roll the wrists in one direction. Give those wrists a lot of love. They hold a lot of things like your phone, tablet, remote control, whatever it is, steering wheel, washing dishes, bringing people food, whatever it is. Just your hands are doing a lot of work in this world. So let yourself give some spaciousness and love to the wrists and hands. And then go ahead and release that motion and come to stillness. Reach the fingertips up to the sky. And this time, wrap the left arm underneath the right, so the opposite sides. If you don't remember, that's okay. Just the left arm under the right, or again, you can wrap the arms so that the fingers come onto the upper back where the shoulder blades are, and walk the fingertips as close towards the midline, the center of the back, as possible. Otherwise, we'll be in eagle arms. That's what this pose is called. Tuck the chin in towards the chest so the back of the neck is nice and long. Press into the hands. Lift the elbows without moving the shoulders. Let the shoulders drop into the ground and breathe into the upper back. Nice full breath in and full breath out. 2 more just like that. Let the eyes come closed. Release any gripping in the jaw and breathe. Give those beautiful shoulder blades and shoulders a lot of love. They carry a lot of things from place to place, moment to moment. So this is your time to just be easy and gentle with yourself. Inhale, reach the arms up, wiggle the fingers, and then this time bring the hands into goalposts. Let the arms open up at the sides, elbows bent. Let the hands drop in. You might need to lift the shoulders off of the ground to draw the shoulder blades in towards each other so that you can let the arms come on flat. If that's not possible, go ahead and just reach the arms long behind you or in a T. Whatever it is, the point is to try to get the arms to rest. So if they're up off the ground, find a way so that your arms are fully on the ground. And if it's in goalpost, that's great. That's awesome. Go ahead and slide. So you're kind of shifting the body, the upper body, over to the right, keeping the arms in that goalpost position. And then roll the head over to the right. Reach the legs out nice and long and cross the left leg over the right. Slide the legs over to the right very gently. Breathe down the left side of the body. And with each exhale, let the shoulders drop into the ground. Release any gripping in the jaw, the eyelids, the fingertips. Let everything go. Really breathe down the side of the body. Feel a release in the front of the shoulders, the left side ribs, the left side of the hip. Uncross the legs, and we'll do that on the other side. So first, slide the upper body over to the left. So it's just a very subtle shift over to the left. And then reach the legs over to the right. Cross the right leg over the left. So at the ankles, cross the legs. And then roll the head over to the left. So the left ear comes onto the ground. Let the eyes come closed. Make sure the shoulders are dropping into the ground, and breathe. Full breaths in and full breaths out. Bring your attention, your mind to the right side of the body and really feel how the breath can relax and release the tension that we hold in the body. Breathe even deeper in the spaces where you notice the most tension. These deep breaths are love notes to our body. It's a way that we can offer ourselves some more kindness, loving kindness to ourselves. When we offer that loving kindness to ourselves, we can offer it up to others. Uncross the legs and slide the upper body back so the body is nice and long and straight. Bring the feet about hips width distance, so the feet are on the ground, feet are hips width distance. Arms are long at the side. We're going to come through a few flowing bridges here. So as you inhale, lift the hips, lift the arms up and around. So arms are straight, reaching up and around behind you. Exhale, hands come down, hips come down, hands are long at the side. Inhale with straight arms up and back, lift the hips. And then exhale, come all the way down, both the arms and the hips. Just bring the hips up about an inch or two off of the mat. It doesn't need to be too high. We're just beginning here. And then exhale. A few rounds just like this at your own pace. Relax any gripping in the jaw or in the eyelids. This is really great shoulder opener, and also just creating some strength in the legs and the lower back. Let's do one more here. Inhaling, lifting up and reaching the arms up and over, and then exhaling the hands back. Beautiful. Bring the hands to the low belly. Breathe into the hands just a few moments here. And then windshield wiper the legs right and left. So drop the knees to the right and then over to the left. Breathe into the low back space. And then let your knees fall to one side and roll over to that side to eventually come back up to a seat. And from here, go ahead and bring the hands behind you. Bring the soles of the feet onto the ground. And the hands, the fingertips can either be pointed towards the hips. This is a little more advanced. Or bring the fingertips out at the sides. Otherwise, the hands are underneath the shoulders. Inhale, lift the hips. Look back as you exhale. Inhale, drop the hips halfway. Look forward. Reverse tabletop here. Exhale, lifting up and looking back. Really press into the hands. Inhale halfway, look forward, drop the hips, and then exhale, lift the hips up, look back. Awesome. This time drop the hips, cross the legs, and we'll make our way into a child's pose with a nice wide stance here. So bring the big toes to touch, knees really wide, let the hips sit back, bring the arms long onto the ground. Let the forehead rest, and if it doesn't rest onto the ground, maybe grab that block and bring the block right underneath the head, just like this. You want to be fully connected to the ground, so letting as much of your body come onto the ground. And take a full breath in. And a full breath out. Really feel the hips sink towards the heels. And bring the arms up at the elbows. Let the fingertips touch each other. Keep space between the hands. And then just lift the hands to the back of the head. So you have a nice little triangle going on here. Press into the elbows. You'll feel the underarms stretch and breathe. Nice full breath in. And full breath out. And stay with that oceanic breath as we go through the practice. Breathing all the way down into the belly. And with the exhale, letting the belly push the air out. And back up through the lungs and out the mouth. Go ahead and release the hands back down. And roll all the way up into all fours. So hands and knees. This is a regular tabletop here. And from here, bring the right hand into the center of the mat. And So right hand is in the center of the mat. Reach the left arm up to the sky. And then reach it back. So you're coming into this like backstroke action with the arm. Inhaling, reaching back. Exhaling forward. Just tracing the hand through the sky and then down to the ground. Yeah. And then pause right up through center. Inhaling, reaching the arm nice and long. And then exhale, dive that arm all the way down and then drop the shoulder. Drop the left ear to the ground. Walk the right hand out in front of you. Press into the shins or tuck the toes. Just finding yourself grounded and connected and supported. You can keep the right arm where it is, or you can reach it up to the sky and then onto the low back or around to the left hip, your choice. Breathe into the side of the neck. Really feel the release in the shoulder. Excellent. Inhale, reach the arm up to the sky. Bring the right hand in front of you to open up that left arm back up to the sky. And then bring the left hand back down. We'll do that on the other side. So this time the left hand into the center of the mat. Reach that right arm up to the sky. Exhale, reach it back, and inhale, swim it forward like as if we're doing a backstroke, just on the right side. And then find stillness, reaching that right arm up to the sky. Dive it under the left arm. Drop the right shoulder, drop the right ear. Walk the left hand out in front of you. Can be staying here, or you can reach it up to the sky and around to the low back, or all the way around to the right hip. Release any tension in the jaw and the eyelids. And breathe into the side shoulder, the back of the shoulder and the side of the neck. Really press into the top of the right palm, anchoring down, feeling supported. And then inhale that left arm up to the sky, bring it right in front of you, and reach the right arm back up, and then back down to tabletop. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Walk the hands a little further, so it's the hands, wrists are not quite, they're just above the shoulders. And from here, either reach the hips back and look back at the toes for what's a modified down dog, or lift the knees and come to downward facing dog. Two choices. If you're in downward facing dog, bend one knee and another just to pedal out the feet. And find stillness, breathe. Reaching the arms long as you inhale, and as you exhale, reaching the heels towards the ground. And they may not touch, and that's okay. And find your way, walking all the way forward to the front of the mat, forward fold, hanging over the legs. So bring the feet wide, coming into a wide forward fold. Shake the head no. And the hands may rest onto the ground, or maybe they can't reach, and that's okay. Just let everything hang. Allow yourself to release with the exhale. And bring the hands onto the thighs and slowly roll up to stand. Roll the shoulders a few times. And bring the feet back in to center so the feet are hips width distance apart. And from here, we'll do a few modified sun salutations. So what that means is sun salutations is just a rhythmic moving and flow in yoga, and we'll just modify it. Inhale, reaching the arms up to the sky. And this time, exhale the elbows down, soften in the knees, dive all the way forward, hands come down with you. This time, inhale, reach all the way up to the sky. Exhale the elbows down, bend at the knees, come forward fold. Beautiful. Inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, bend the elbows, bend all the way forward, forward fold. This time, inhale, reaching all the way up. And then exhale, elbows come down. Stay right here in this standing pose. And then let the elbows reach all the way back and down. Really feel that opening in the front of the shoulders. Yes, just like that. And from here, come into a wide stance. So the right foot is at the front of the mat, but the heels are gently out and toes are gently in. Bring the hands onto the hips and point the right toes to the front. Bend that right knee. Press into the outer edge of the left foot. So the feet should be really wide, but the heels line up to each other. Reach the arms long and bend at the elbow. So this is warrior two, but with that goal post. Draw the tailbone in, sink into the ground, nice strong through the feet and that right leg. Bring the right forearm onto the thigh. Now this is where we can use the block. If you have the block available, you can bring the block to the highest level and bring the hand right there. Really push the arm into the inner thigh and reach that left arm to the front of the room, or you can bring it around to the low back, just like that. Beautiful. Nice full breath in and full breath out. Turn the chin towards the shoulder and look past the shoulder and breathe. And when you're ready, on the inhale, press away from the block and come back to warrior two. Reach the arms long in opposite directions. Hands onto the hips. Find that block. Just hold on to it for right now, block or book or whatever you have, and swivel the right toes to come to point to the left. So you have that wide stance. And point the left toes to the back of the mat. So we're going to bring that to the other side. Bend the left knee, drop the blocks so that you have its placement. Reach the arms long. Bend at the elbows so the palms are facing to the other side. Bend the left knee, press into the right edge of the right foot. And then look over to the left, bring the left forearm onto the thigh or bring it down onto the block. And from here, reach that right arm around to the low back. Draw the tailbone in, turn the chin towards the right shoulder. Take a nice full breath in and full breath out. One more breath here. Feel yourself spiral open with the breath. On the inhale, lift up. Back to warrior two. Bring the hands onto the hips. Find that block and just move it out of the way for now. Come into the wide stance. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Soft bend in the knees. Dive all the way forward. Yes, just like that. If you need the block to bring it under the hands so that you can meet the ground, do that. Otherwise, just bring the hands onto the ground. And from here, bring the left hand into the center of the mat. Reach the right arm up to the sky. Bring the hand onto the low back. Turn the chin towards the shoulder for a twist. With the exhale, twist from the belly so you start to open up a little bit more. Yes, just like that. Inhale the right arm up to the sky and switch sides. So the right hand comes down, reach the left arm up to the sky. Nice full breath in and drop the hand onto the low back. Use the exhale to twist from the belly, which means just pulling the belly button in as you exhale. You'll feel a release in the shoulder and feel yourself spiral over and open. Inhale, reach the left arm up to the sky, and then exhale it down. And shake the head no. Walk the hands to the front of the mat. Swivel the feet so that you're coming into a low lunge here. Drop the knee. Slide that right knee back. We're going to come into child's pose. Big toes touch, knees wide. Reach the arms in front of you. Let the forehead rest onto the ground or a pillow or a block. And just as we began, bend at the elbows, lift the hands, but keep the elbows on the ground. Fingertips touch, open up the palms. So you have this like
triangular shape. Really press into the elbows and breathe into the underarm space. Bring your attention to the arms and use the breath to relax and give them a little mini massage with the breath. And let the arms come back down. And then look forward in between the hands. Walk the hands, the fingertips forward, and then come to slide all the way onto the belly. Yes, just like that. Make your way onto your belly. Beautiful. And bring the hands right underneath the shoulders, elbows, reach back. Elbow points reach back. Draw the shoulders back. Bring the feet together. Press on the tops of the feet. Inhale, lift the forehead off of the mat. Lift the chest. Press into the hands. Press on the tops of the feet. This is cobra pose. Nice full breath in. As you exhale, let the forehead come onto the ground. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, lift up, press into the front of the pelvis, the legs, the top of the feet, and the hands, and exhale down. 1 more just like that. Inhale, lifting up. And then exhale all the way down. Beautiful. Make a pillow with the forearms. So putting them on top of each other, let the forehead rest. Bend the knees. Windshield wiper the legs right and left. Just moving the legs right and left with the knees bent. Massage that low back with the movement. And then let the legs come back down. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders, and then press all the way up and back to sit onto the heels. Finding your way seated on the heels. And from seated on the heels, shift the hips up and over to the right. Lift up through the chest, so get the spine nice and long. And then walk the hands over to the left. Bring the right hand onto the left knee or thigh. Turn the chin towards the left shoulder. Lift through the chest and breathe. And tuck the chin in towards the chest. Arch the back a little bit and breathe into the upper back, the entire back space. And then inhale, lift up and come through center. Lift the hips up and over to the right. So they're kind of half seated off of the feet and the mat. Lift up through the chest and then twist over. Walk the hands over to the right. So the hips are over to the left. Walking the hands over to the right. And then tuck the chin in and bow into yourself. Like curl into yourself. Nice full breath in. And full breath out. Beautiful. Inhale, lift up, come back through center. And from here, come to lie on the back. And coming onto the back, and slide the heels toward the hips. And we did this modification at the beginning of this practice, and we'll do the full version of this pose. So reaching the arms long at the side, setting up for bridge pose. Draw the tailbone down, tuck the tailbone in so that the low back is even with the ground. Draw the belly button in towards the spine to really anchor through the belly. Take a nice full breath in. And then exhale everything out. Excellent. On the inhale, lift the hips. Walk one shoulder blade towards each other. Clasp the hands underneath. Press the pinky fingers into the ground. And breathe. Press into the feet. Let go of any gripping in the jaw, the eyes, the forehead, let it all go. Really bring all of that energy all the way down into your feet and your thighs to lift the hips. Take a nice full breath in and full breath out. One more deep breath here, filling up the belly, massaging the throat and the heart. This is a big heart opener. Exhale everything out.
On the next exhale, release the hips down. Bring the hands out and onto the low belly. Breathe into the hands. Nice full breath in and full breath out. Excellent. And then drop the knees over to the left and the right just to massage the low back. And from here, lift the hips up and over to the right and let the knees fall over to the left. Tee out the arms for a supine spinal twist, so a twist on your back. You can even cross the right knee over the left. Look over the right hand and breathe into the low belly, low back. Make sure the shoulders are anchored onto the ground. So if you need to not really come into the twist, do that. So lifting the knees a little bit more. And take full breaths in and out. Bring the head back through center. Use the hand to help lift the knees back up. Uncross the legs. Shift the hips over to the left. You can cross the left leg over the right. Drop the knees over to the right. Tee out the arms. And this time look over to the left. Make sure the shoulders are anchored into the ground. Let the eyes come closed. And just take a few deep breaths here. Really, again, filling up the belly, so connecting with that full oceanic breath, that rhythmic breathing. And with each exhale, feel the body relax. Feel the body release any tension, especially in the chest and the space of the heart. And then slowly let the eyes come open. Bring the hands to the knees to support them in coming back up. And hug the knees in just to give yourself a nice squeeze. Make a little circle with the knees to massage the low back. And take a nice full breath in. And as you exhale, reach the legs nice and long out. Roll the legs in and out just to relax anything. We're coming to our final pose of Shavasana or corpse pose. So the arms are rested at the side with the palms open. Let the eyes come closed and take a full breath in. And with the exhale, really collapse into the ground. Relax the entire back of the body. Feel the weight and heaviness of every bone and muscle really sink into the ground and allow you to restore and rejuvenate and rest. Let go of gripping in the jaw, the temples, the eyelids, forehead. Let the throat be soft, the heart remain open, the shoulders sink into the ground. And allow yourself to drift to that peaceful, harmonious place within you. And stay here for a few more breaths, just to savor this moment of rest, knowing that you deserve it. You've been working hard. You're allowed to rest yourself and to restore for that next big thing. And from here, take a few deep breaths in and out to return from that drifted place, wiggling the toes and the fingers, maybe even reaching the arms long behind you as if you're coming up from a really amazing cat nap. Bending at the knees, rolling onto your side to find your way back up to a comfortable seat. And taking a full breath in and a full breath out. And bowing your head in to honor the teacher within you and all around. Namaste.